built its empire on luxury, but behind the sparkling diamonds and million-dollar watches lies a trail of scandals, fake gems, stolen designs, and lawsuits worth millions. The brand thrives on exclusivity, but how much of it is just an illusion? Cartier might be synonymous with luxury, but even this glittering empire has a shadowy side it desperately wants hidden from the spotlight. And trust me, this isn't about a chipped diamond or a wonky clasp. This goes way deeper. Because beneath the sparkle of their $7 billion a year empire, Cartier has faced scandals that could tarnish its legendary name for good. Cartier's biggest nightmare isn't competition. It's fake jewelry flooding the market, fooling everyone from regular shoppers to celebrities. And we're not just talking obvious knockoffs you'd spot at a flea market. Nope, these are high-quality fakes, so good they're fooling experts, priced just like the real deal. Here's how wild it gets. Back in 2018, in sunny Aventura, Florida, a jeweler named King Jewelers was caught red-handed. They weren't just selling obvious knockoffs marked Cartier-ish. They had full-on replicas of Cartier's most famous collections, like the iconic love bracelets and the edgy Juste Clou rings. These pieces weren't hidden away in some shady backroom. They were proudly displayed on shelves right alongside genuine Cartier jewelry. The prices? They were pretty close to the real thing too, with pieces selling for thousands of dollars each. In fact, King Jewelers managed to sell at least 14 of these fakes for a cool $38,190. Yep, people paid authentic Cartier prices for fakes made with cheap materials and low-quality diamonds. But here's the twist. These fakes even had Cartier's name engraved on them. Now, if you're thinking, how did they pull that off? Good question. Turns out, King Jewelers picked these pieces up from a mystery vendor at the prestigious JCK Jewelry Trade Show. But when authorities tried to track down this mysterious vendor, guess what happened? They vanished into thin air. No website, no address, nothing. Suspicious? Absolutely. The court wasn't amused either. They slammed King Jewelers with a $150,000 fine and forced them to hand over every fake Cartier item left in stock. You'd think the scandal was a one-time deal, right? Nope. Cartier had an even bigger mess brewing on Amazon. Yeah, that Amazon. Between June 2020 and June 2021, an Instagram account which conveniently disappeared when the scandal broke was pushing counterfeit Cartier love bracelets and rings online. Here's how sneaky it was. They promoted these fakes using vague product descriptions, like classic screw love titanium bracelet for just $29.99. These bracelets intentionally concealed Cartier's famous screw motif to trick Amazon's AI counterfeit detection tools. And people bought them expecting genuine Cartier quality for a fraction of the price. Now, Cartier teamed up with Amazon to take these scammers down, but the damage was done. How much fake Cartier jewelry slipped through the cracks? We may never know. But these scandals reveal something darker. Fake Cartier jewelry isn't just about getting scammed on price. It actually threatens Cartier's entire legacy, undermining the exclusivity and craftsmanship that made the brand legendary. Counterfeit jewelry isn't the only issue that luxury brands like Cartier face. The world of diamonds has long been associated with ethical complexities and the conversation around responsible practices. Cartier presents itself as a brand committed to ethical sourcing, which promises buyers diamonds sourced with attention to ethical, social, and environmental standards. Like many high-profile jewelers, Cartier relies on external organizations such as the Responsible Jewelry Council and its parent company, Richemont, to validate its ethical practices. However, industry-wide policies often leave individual jewelers with the discretion to disclose or not their supply chains. Jewelers assert that they source responsibly and align their practices with the Kimberley process, a certification system designed to prevent conflict diamonds from entering the market. While the Kimberley process was created to address serious concerns, it has faced criticism for potential shortcomings. Because it certifies entire shipments rather than individual stones, the process can somehow allow diamonds of unclear origin to be included. Bottom line, Cartier aims to present a strong commitment to ethical sourcing and responsible practices. And that's important. When investing thousands, sometimes millions, in a piece of jewelry, it's only natural to want transparency about its origins. Yet, somehow, scandals never seem to slow Cartier down. In fact, the opposite happens. Cartier thrives in spite of these setbacks. How do they do it? Well, Cartier isn't selling jewelry. They're selling a symbol of power and prestige. Take the legendary Panthère design. When Cartier first released its Panthère brooch back in 1948, worn boldly by the Duchess of Windsor, it scandalized society. At that time, animal-themed jewelry was considered scandalous, worn mostly by actresses, not duchesses. But Cartier made the Panthère a symbol of freedom, rebellion, and strength. Suddenly, everyone from Hollywood royalty to actual royalty wanted one. Today, the Panthère isn't just an accessory, it's a statement. And it's still one of Cartier's best-selling collections, favored by royalty, movie stars, and even rappers like Jay-Z. Cartier brilliantly created a timeless icon, turning controversy into cash. Even during global crises, Cartier has mastered staying relevant. In 2020, when many luxury brands struggled, Cartier doubled down on digital sales and saw triple-digit growth online. Why? Because people weren't spending money on travel or restaurants. They were splurging on Cartier, buying symbols of permanence during uncertain times and making an investment. Today, Cartier remains a juggernaut by expertly balancing exclusivity and accessibility. Their strategy is simple yet genius. They produce just enough to keep you wanting more. Limited edition watches and rare jewelry pieces sell out almost instantly. And if you're thinking of snagging their exclusive Cartier Mass Mysterious watch, you might be already too late. They launched it in 2020 with a limited edition of only 30 pieces.
Let's say we don't want to be necessarily in a complication too much.
Cartier's limited and exclusive editions sell out immediately, creating insane demand and skyrocketing auction prices. So, scandals aside, Cartier remains untouchable, a luxury brand that is as clever as it is glamorous. They know their audience, their product, and how to keep us all hooked. And speaking of hooked, let's crank things up even more because if you think your rent is expensive, just wait until you hear about the price tags on these next-level pieces. By the way, this video isn't written by AI, okay? I promise. If I were a robot, do you really think I'd care about fake bracelets and shady diamonds? Probably not. So if you appreciate real humans, hit that subscribe button. Back in 2019, actress Lily Collins strutted into the Met Gala looking like Priscilla Presley stepped straight out of the 60s. If you see here, she's wearing an extravagant Cartier necklace dripping with diamonds, emeralds, and onyx. The set looked like it weighed as much as a newborn. But hey, who cares about comfort when you're dazzling the paparazzi, right? Let's rewind to Rihanna's unforgettable 2018 Met Gala look. She showed up dressed like a stylish pope, complete with a jaw-dropping Cartier crucifix from 1934, loaded with diamonds, rubies, sapphires, opals, and topaz. Moving on, have you ever pinned a brooch to your outfit? Check out Uma Thurman in 2016. She wore a bird-shaped diamond Cartier brooch that was 8 inches tall. Yeah, 8 inches tall. Made in 1948, this glittering bird probably could have flown away with Uma. Now, speaking of pieces that literally made history, we need to backtrack. A lot. Let's head back to the 16th century. There's this pearl called La Peregrina, meaning the wanderer. Why the name? Because it literally traveled the world. Starting from the Gulf of Panama, this pearl went everywhere, through the hands of Queen Mary I, Napoleon's brother Joseph Bonaparte, and eventually Elizabeth Taylor.
and 1.7 centimeters across. That's a huge size for a natural pearl to grow to.
Elizabeth Taylor eventually turned this monster pearl into a full-blown Cartier necklace, loaded with pearls, diamonds, and rubies. And when she died, the piece fetched a record-breaking $11.8 million at auction. And if we're talking royal jewelry, we can't forget Queen Elizabeth's favorite, the Williamson diamond brooch. This isn't your everyday brooch. We're talking a whopping 23.6 carat pink diamond right in the middle, surrounded by 203 sparkling white diamonds. Gifted to her in 1947, it's valued at about $30.5 million. Basically, you could trade this one little brooch for a mansion in Beverly Hills and still have enough left over for a yacht. But that's pocket change compared to the Nizam of Hyderabad necklace, worth a staggering $80 million. Crafted by Cartier in 1930, this insane piece has 38 brilliant cut diamonds, 13 emerald cut diamonds, and a giant pear-shaped diamond drop right in the center. It was a wedding gift to Queen Elizabeth, and today it's worn by none other than Kate Middleton, and it's considered to be the most expensive piece of royal jewelry in the world. And watches? Yeah, Cartier's got those covered too. Check out the Cartier Crash Watch from 1967. It's worth $1.5 million. What makes it special? Its twisted shape, rumored to be inspired by Salvador Dali's Melting Clocks painting. Only a handful exist, and each time one sells, it breaks a record. But no luxury brand is immune from setbacks. Back in 2022, Cartier sued Tiffany for allegedly stealing trade secrets. The story? Tiffany hired a Cartier employee just to spy on Cartier's ultra-exclusive high-end jewelry collection, which costs anywhere from $50,000 up to $10 million per piece. Tiffany got busted, Cartier got furious, and the case went public. In early 2024, Maximilien de Hoop Cartier, yes, the actual heir to Cartier, was arrested in Miami. You'll never guess why. A drug cartel scandal. Maximilien teamed up with 5 Colombians to launder millions through crypto, specifically Tether, USDT. Authorities say he washed out $14.5 million before he got caught. But sometimes Cartier's troubles are more embarrassing than criminal. In 2024, a tiny typo turned into a massive headache for Cartier. A Mexican doctor stumbled upon a shocking deal. Diamond earrings mistakenly priced at 237 pesos, about $14 instead of their actual $14,000 tag. Wasting no time, he checked out before Cartier could blink. What followed was a legal tug-of-war, with Cartier scrambling to cancel the order and the doctor refusing to back down. After a lengthy court battle and consumer rights groups weighed in, the verdict was clear. Cartier had to honor the price. In the end, the doctor scored not 1, but 2 pairs of luxury earrings for the price of lunch. Lesson learned. Always double-check your zeros. And here's the kicker. Remember the Patiala necklace, the Maharaja's monster diamond creation that vanished in 1948? Well, nearly 50 years later, in 1998, a Cartier representative made an unbelievable discovery in a secondhand jewelry shop in London. Sitting in the display case was something that looked eerily familiar: the skeleton of the once magnificent Patiala necklace. But there was a catch. The most jaw-dropping gems, the one that made this piece legendary, were gone. The colossal 234.69 carat De Beers diamond? Nowhere to be found. The 5 massive white diamonds? Vanished. The Burmese rubies? Stripped away. What was left was just the platinum frame, a ghost of its former self. Cartier wasted no time acquiring what remained and set to work restoring it. But without the original stones, it would never regain its original jaw-dropping value. Instead of priceless diamonds, they used cubic zirconia and synthetic replacements, bringing the necklace back to life. Sort of. Today, it sits behind glass as part of Cartier's private collection, occasionally appearing at exhibitions. Now it's your turn. What do you think? Are diamonds in luxury watches just an extravagant splurge of the rich, or a strategic investment? Let us know in the comments below. If bold fashion choices, legacy, and drama excite you, then come back for more.